Welcome back to Becoming Better Together. I'm your host, Brie. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I don't know if it's just me or if this is something that's all over social media right now and it's not just the algorithm. I'm seeing this in content, I keep seeing it in copyright, I'm seeing it from all these coaches. And it's this quantum leap phrase. Oh, last month I quantum leapt in my business. I went from 10K months to 100K months, and I'm seeing it everywhere. And it really got me thinking. So you're gonna go down the rabbit hole with me today, just a little bit, to understand why I made kind of a crazy decision after I went down this rabbit hole too long. And it's going to be how I'm going to spend my next 100 days. And so I can quantum leap because it's something I'm really interested in. I'm going to test it, all right? And so hang with me. I'll tell you what that decision is at the end. But for 100 days straight, I am challenging myself like I have never done before. And I hope that you will do the same, all right? So, a little bit of background. Basically, if you want to know what quantum leaping is, I wanted to go investigate this. And I've been learning more and more and more about the law of attraction and quantum physics and how this all actually has to do with a lot of our energy levels, how we show up, our frequency, how we believe. A lot. I'm not going to even try to explain it because honestly, I don't think I can at this point. I'm still trying to just really understand and apply. Okay, so quantum leaping, I'm seeing it everywhere. Probably because I have been researching it and the algorithm is very smart. So whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, the algorithm is pretty smart and it'll keep showing you the things that you have been showing new interest in or have always showed interest in. So be aware of that. There's my little caveat for social media. If you keep seeing things that you do not like, you can change this. And so you need to start looking for things you do like on social media and mute the other ones. Go purge your feed, go clean it out, and notice your energy levels when you are scrolling. If it's things that put you in a low energy state, it's time to remove some followers if I tell you anything. If it puts you in a high energy state, maybe you want more of that content. And so maybe you found me on social media. I hope so. If this puts you in a high energy state, great, keep going. If not, it's really important that we notice these things and where our energy goes throughout the day. So when I'm on social media, anyways, I try to follow people that keep me higher, keep me in a good energy state, don't put me in my old patterns, which where I'd get on social media, I would scroll and I would find ways to judge myself. Really bad. I'd be caught in comparison and criticism and all of the negative self-talk in the world. And so I had to go through the social media purge to understand this. Anyways, now my feed is full of coaches and things that are going to inspire me. And instead of comparing myself and being like, oh, why am I not there yet? I compare myself in a way that's like, listen, if they can do it, so can I. So I wanted to go down this quantum leap rabbit hole because one of my favorite coaches that I follow has been talking about this so much lately and how her business just completely exploded in the past year when she got more aligned. Okay, so it was time for me to do some investigating. I put on my Sherlock Holmes hat. And I'm like, all right, let me look more into this. And so let me try to explain what this is to you. It is not a linear timeline anymore that we're trying to focus on. And a linear timeline would be the one that most of us grew up hearing was the path, the plan, the way to get to your future in that job, that career, that income, whatever it was that was supposed to be yours. And so it starts with going up and getting good grades at a good school and then applying for a good college and going to that good college for 4 years and make sure you graduate on time. And if you do that, maybe you go to grad school or maybe you don't. Maybe you go get a job and you work this steady job for many, many years and eventually you get to this salary, maybe it's $100,000. And if you work it for 25 years, you can calculate exactly how much you can save at the end. It's all very calculated, it's all very linear, and I have been living this way my entire life. And so getting into quantum reality where you can collapse time on itself, linear rules go completely out the window, and you can actually speed things up and attract and pull things to you once you already believe that they're there, and literally collapse time and the linear timeline crumbles away. And so that's what a quantum leap is going to look like in your business. You start getting in alignment. You start actually being the person that can have that future that's in your vision. And you can start pulling that vision towards you every day that you believe that it's already yours. And so the more I get into this, the more I'm understanding that this coach, I've watched her content change. I really watched her blossom into this wonderful woman. And it makes so much sense how this just absolutely exploded her in business, in how she shows up in her energy, and how she shows up for herself. Her relationships have changed. I was creeping hard, so let's just be honest there. But I'm so proud of her. And so that was a really cool moment for me to land on too. One, to see my own growth. Because I don't know about you, but I got caught in that criticism and that judgment and that negative self-talk, and a reason to use social media to numb feelings and feel worse about myself than to empower myself. And I did it for way too long. And so having that awareness moment for me to be like, I'm so proud of her. It's been beautiful to watch her grow. That was a win. And those wins count. So that was the first thing. The second thing was noticing again that content that's changed and the messaging has changed. And for a long time, I've been really afraid of talking about some of this woo-woo because I didn't want to be woo-woo because I grew up linear. I was this linear person. Everything was very calculated. Everything was very logical. I wasn't in the woo, but I am. And I've been in the woo now for a long time since I got into coaching. It's been 18 months of woo and I love it. And so I am going to talk about it way more. And seeing her explode when she got true to herself is so empowering. And so my question for you today, what could you do to explode you becoming your truest self for 100 days? Because if I learned anything from Tony Robbins, if I've learned anything from Jerry Seinfeld when he was writing jokes for 100 days, if you can fully immerse yourself, you can explode your impact. And so that's what I'm going to do when it comes to coaching. I've coached a lot of people. I run a group and there's thousands of you in it, and I'm so very grateful. But I want to be able to say that I have personally touched hundreds of lives, and I'm not there yet. And so what I'm going to do, and this is what I've already announced, I've already decided, for 100 straight days, I'm offering a free coaching call every single day at the same time so that for 100 straight days, I show up and I coach and I show up as my truest, best self. No excuses. It goes over holidays. It's over Thanksgiving. And it was the point that I had some resistance, that I felt it in myself going, oh, but what if? And there was a fear. And when you guys have these same fears, when you're going to commit to something that makes you quantum leap, that makes you step up and become something that you've always wanted to be, but limitations are there, fears are there, the negative self-talk kicks in. When you're going to have that same moment, if you pick your 100 days, the item that scares the crap out of you and all the excuses start piling up. These excuses, these are opportunities, and that's where your growth and your quantum leap is going to absolutely explode. And so please, I want to know what your activity is. Do this with me. This is going to start September 10th. It's going to go to December 19th. 100 straight days, 100 new people. I want to test myself. I'm a little scared, and that's why I knew I needed to do it. So I'm ready for this. Unfortunately, by the time this airs, September and half of October are already taken. I am so blessed and so grateful, and I could not believe that one Facebook post had 50 appointments taken in one day. Holy cow, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. I'm so excited for this. So my challenge, again, what are you going to do for 100 days that scares you enough, that makes you leap into that version of yourself that you've been holding back? Share that with me on social media. Tag me at Brie Willits. Let's do this together. We start September 10th. I will see you guys there.